and put a belt on with your jeans and pull them up.
Mate, I've just got changed. What do you expect?
Yeah, put a belt on. Pull your pants up. I was whacking you all over the net, so I thought if I can whack Gough, I can whack this lot.
You did as well in the net. I like a little bit of swing though as well. I do like swing music.
You like swinging? What?
No. Yeah, I like swing music, mate. Not swinging. I'll leave that to other people. Hi, I'm Darren Gough and I'm in the Players Lounge and we are live today thanks to Betway. And Betway's ambassador is the one and only Kevin Pietersen, who joins me now. How are you doing, Kevin?
I'm very good, thanks, Goughy. How are you?
Well, I'm nice and relaxed. I'm sat in, not my lounge, in my office, but I'm going to call it the lounge today. And I've poured myself a lovely, lovely bottle of, if I can get you it, Kev, because I never know which way to put it, my Careful Wild wine, which you will like when you get back home from the UAE. I've got a couple of bottles waiting for you. So, you're there, sat in your hotel room. What's the hotel like, firstly?
I'm just looking at it as a one-bedroom flat because of the isolation process or the confined nature of where we are. I'm not allowed to see anybody. The only people I've seen so far is somebody dressed up in a white suit who's put things up my nose to try and collect some sort of an illness which I don't have, thank goodness. Luckily, I've got so much going on that's kept me sane. If I didn't have a lot going on, it would have been a problem this week, I think.
Like I said, you are there for the IPL. I need you nice and relaxed. I see you've got the coffee. That's the drink of choice. I can probably just hear a little bit of golf in the background there. What? But I know you love your golf.
Can you? It shouldn't be on. I got told to turn it down. It's down. The volume's off. You're lying. You just know I'm playing golf, watching golf. You know it's right there. It's in my eye. I've got Wolf putting here now. I don't want to see you.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I know you watch golf 24/7. I've been over to your place in South Africa, and whenever you walk in there, it's like the Golf Channel on TV non-stop. But if you were to have music on, Kev, I've known you a long time now, but I've not really known you ever really listen to music. What is your music choice? What do you tend to go for? I know you married a pop star, so do you like a bit of Liberty X or?
Today's hits. Shuffle. I
would never have guessed it.
That's my vibe, dude. And then Rosie, my daughter's favorite song is Watermelon Sugar. Watermelon sugar, strawberries on a summer evening. And it's sung by, I think it's sung by that the guy Harry Styles, that's it. Watermelon Sugar, and I always call it strawberries and cream. And Rosie, she abuses me. Dad, it's not strawberries, watermelon. I can't find it, but it's I mean, I'm not really massively into music, if I'm honest. Jess is music; that's her thing. She was amazing at it. She still sings amazingly, and it's so cool being married to a pop star with such a great voice who sings and stuff. And the kids love singing. You know, Rosie, she's a bit of a performer. So, I leave them to do it. I can ruin a song by trying to sing the thing.
Yeah, I'll have to admit, mate, Watermelon Sugar, it's one of my favourites as well, mate. I'm going to admit it. I'm
you and Rosie?
Right out there. Yeah, I like a little bit of swing though as well. I do like swing music, especially as I've got older. That tends to be the music of choice.
You like swinging? What?
Days. No, yeah, I like swing music, mate, not swinging. I'll leave that to other people. A lot of people will say, Darren Gough, Kevin Pietersen, 10 years between them, at least. How did they ever... Well, it is. How did they ever become friends? It's an amazing story, really, isn't it? Because I'll tell it from my perspective first. I was obviously coming to an end. I was 34 years old. I was going over to South Africa. I thought it was going to be my last tour, and it ended up being my last tour. And I was just pleased to be there. And I got told by Duncan Fletcher, listen, we got this young talented player coming over. He's called Kevin Pietersen. and we're going to pick him. But he's going back to South Africa, which is going to be a very difficult tour for him. He said, can you basically be his bodyguard? So I said, is that why I'm picked for this tour? I'm actually not picked to play cricket. I picked to be the bodyguard for Kevin Pietersen. He said, well, yeah, kind of. He said, we just need someone with a big personality to look after him, because he's got a big personality. He's going back to South Africa, and it's going to be very difficult for him. And that was it. I mean, they introduced us straight away, and we hit it off. We both like socialising, we both like a drink, we both like a party, we both like to play with a smile on our face. And even though there's a 10, 11 year difference, we just kind of hit it off, didn't we?
Yeah, it was you and Ashley Giles that were definitely shining stars for me when I came into the England team. And I think you've nailed it there by saying that we played with a smile on our face. We trained hard. We never ever substituted anything for the hard work that we put in whenever we practiced. We also played hard, we played fair, but we didn't take ourselves way too seriously. And I think that's why we got on. But the reason why we were able to perform on the field was because of the preparation that we put in. We may have looked like Muppets running around there and carrying on the way we carried on. However, beneath that layer of idiocy was I suppose, a level of professionalism that we maintained high standards in.
Yeah, we did get in trouble now and again, though. There was one occasion where we were a little bit loud coming in one night, quite early doors. In fact, we had a day off. We had no cricket on whatsoever. So me and Kevin.
It was the middle of the test match, middle of the last test match, wasn't it? And we were the one-day kings.
Yeah, we'd had a few drinks, and but we got the couple of days off. So I just wanted to introduce you gently to South African life. You'd not been there for a couple of years. We had a night out when we came back up in the lift, didn't we? And we was a little bit loud. But this is a great story, purely because when we came in and the next day we were having an afternoon practice, and when we had practice, I knew, I'd been told that Duncan Fletcher had heard us coming in because somebody, Toenails Collingwood, had grassed us up. So me having the confidence I've got, I know how to work with Duncan Fletcher. I went straight up to him and basically said, listen Duncan, I enjoyed myself a bit last night. I went out a bit late. I was probably a little bit loud. I might have disturbed one or two of the players. I apologise for it. And I got him on the back foot. And I told Kevin, I said, Kev, you've got to go see him. Go see him. I know it's your first tour. It's the first day in the office. But please go to Duncan and just tell him. I said, no, please, you cannot leave it. You cannot leave it. Just go to Duncan and say, listen, I was with Goughy last night. We went out, we had a few drinks. I think I was a little bit loud. I apologise. And you didn't do it, did you? And he got called into Duncan's office that night, and he got his first roasting of many over the years.
Yeah, I got hammered. But I liked that. I liked that about him. That night, Fletcher hammered me. But the next day at training, or a day later, because I think we did have a couple of days off. That's why we were out and about. Whenever it was that we went back to training, because I remember we travelled to Centurion, and I was like, oh, I wonder what he's going to be like. I wonder if he's going to be okay. And it was as if he was my best mate, and that's why he was such an amazing coach.
We've had these conversations many, many times. I would have loved to have played in the IPL. It had my name written all over it. I missed out on it. What was it like playing in it?
I mean, different to what these guys are going to have over the next 8 weeks here now with no crowds. But in India, it's phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. It's breathtaking because you have that emotional attachment that you watch when you're here or when you're in India playing for England against India, and you see the adulation and how much they worship their stars. And then you go and pull on an IPL jersey, and my first season I captained RCB, then played another season with RCB, and then I ended up in Delhi, and I had a bumper season. My one season for Delhi was, it was a crazy good season. And I got 100, I got 50 every time I batted almost. I was batting with Sehwag and at the Ferocia Kotla. You walk onto the ground before the game and you got the stadium's full of 50,000 people. and you walk on there, and the whole crowd just said KP, 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 and you're walking and going, my goodness, this shouldn't be happening. This really shouldn't be happening. And so when you have that sort of love and care and attention from the crowds in India, it's completely different. It makes you feel so welcome and so at home. The one thing about India is the hospitality is better than anywhere in the world. It really is amazing.
I mean, you've been commentating on it well now. Had huge success as a player and now doing it as a commentator. You are obviously very recognisable over in India. Well, you are most places in the world where they play cricket. But what is it like for you at this moment in time? Whenever you go to India, do you still get mobbed? Do they still shout KP? Do they still want to know about, still want to touch you like the Indians do? They are so passionate about the game of cricket and they love their heroes.
Yeah, I mean, I went and shot a documentary for National Geographic, and it was just around the time that people started talking about this pandemic, this virus. I mean, when we were in the middle of the forests, it was then that they announced a global pandemic. And I was like, Jesus, am I going to get out of this country? Am I going to be able to get back to London? Am I going to be stuck here? So it was pretty cool. The old face mask, baseball cap. I didn't even get recognized at all. And normally walking through an airport in India, it's chaos. I mean, you put a baseball cap on, but I'm 6'4", so immediately you've got attention, and it's chaos. You're just screaming on a. You're like you're running. Just you're off. You're trying to just make your way beeline to the aeroplane, but it comes from a good place, and that's what's so cool about touring India and being in India, that it comes from a good place.
They even remember me, and that was a long time ago from my tours to India. And when I played, we didn't have any success. They loved us when we came to India. Here he is, another 3-0, another 5-0, another 7-0. You actually won the series when you were #1 ranked team in the world, didn't you? Over in India. What year was that? Was that 2010?
2012, we beat India. We lost in Ahmedabad in the first test match. Everybody thought, oh, here we go again. We then went to Mumbai and we beat them in Mumbai. We went to Kolkata, beat them in Kolkata. And we just needed to draw Nagpur to win the series for the first time in 28 years. And we held on an absolute road. It was like playing on the surface here I've got in the bedroom. Flat.
Well, it's perfect for you. You love a flat pitch, don't you? Except when you're playing against me.
I got 70 on that wicket. I got 186 on a wicket that turned more than I've ever seen a wicket turn in my life. So don't come with that nonsense, Gough.
I want to start off, B, with all the teams in the IPL this year. Who's going to be the batsman you'd want to be as part as your best all-rounder? Which batsman stands out for you in the IPL?
Kohli. That's a no-brainer. That's
Kohli.
An easy one. Kohli. Oh, he's on a different planet. As a batter, he's on a different planet. That's easy.
Okay, so we got Kohli's. If you're going to mould him into your perfect all-rounder, Kohli's the star batsman. What about the bowler, the fast bowler?
Jasprit Bumrah.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, he comes up, he's unorthodox for one, so you've really got to watch him like Malinga was. And he bowls a very heavy ball. He's in the 92 miles per hour. And he also is very traditional in his Yorkers. He's not afraid to, just like you did, just bowl in-swinging Yorkers. He's not afraid to do that at all. And that's proved to be a recipe for success. And with his action, he's able to bowl the cutters, which enable him to be very hard to hit. He's one of those bowlers. He's so hard to get. You've got to look at him and go, right, he's got 24 balls. We get 24 off him, 25 off him. Don't take any risks. If he bowls the occasional bad ball, we might get it away, but just take him for 20 and then pongo the rest.
Okay then, so we got the batter, we got the bowler. What about, does anybody stand out for you in the field?
David Warner always seems to be right in the front of the action, playing for Sunrisers Hyderabad. He's always taking catches on the boundary. He's running from long on to long on. He's in the ring at the start of play. He gets run-outs. He doesn't drop a catch. He dives on the boundary. I mean, his energy and his enthusiasm all the way through the innings, looking for opportunities to field. Warner's right up there. Warner, Maxwell. Goodness. Those are two pretty good names, you know. A combination of Warner and Maxwell, you don't get a better fielder.
I mean, does anybody stand out in the spin department? There's plenty of good spin bowlers who are going to be over there from around the world. There's some absolute beauties.
Rashid Khan, he's had great success. As a finger spinner, as a wrist spinner, Rashid Khan from Afghanistan, and then as a finger spinner, I call him El Presidente, the president of Afghanistan, Muhammad Nabi. That guy there is a proper cricketer. And it's amazing that we can be talking about two kids from Afghanistan who are world leaders in the department of spin, and their numbers stack up. They win games of T20 cricket. I mean, Muhammad Nabi as an off spinner wins his team games, and I mean he's a smart operator. I played with him here in Dubai for Quetta in the PSL, and the wickets that he took and how he took the wickets, and also facing him in the nets, star. He's a proper star.
Who's your wicket keeper?
MS Dhoni. No quabbles.
You're picking your mates now, Kev. Come on.
I'm not picking my mates. Name me somebody who's better than Dhoni.
And so you've got all them together, but if you can have one leader, one person, a captain, who would captain that side?
Finch would be up there. Dhoni. Yeah, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Finch. Yeah, they'd be up there. Do I have to choose one?
Yeah, you can only have one, mate. You're creating the ultimate cricketer here, mate.
I'm going Dhoni. Let me go Dhoni. T20 cricket, let me go Dhoni.
When you look at the teams, who do you think stands out? Which team do you think is going to go on and have the success?
They've all got great teams. They've all got great players. But this is a completely different IPL. I would be, with my heart, I want the Delhi Capitals to win the tournament. But with my head, I don't know, purely because this is a completely different tournament. They're playing it here in 3 different stadiums. Sharjah up the road, here in Dubai, Abu Dhabi down the road. And the wickets are going to change. The teams have got to travel. They're dotted all over the place. They've got to travel. And this is going to be a completely different tournament. No crowds. It's hard to say that these guys are firm favourites, because I don't think anyone's a firm favourite right now.
I fancy Josh Buttler to get a few runs though, Kev. I think the form he's been in with the white ball especially, he actually did well for England over the summer in the Test, especially when Pakistan came to town. So I think his form has hit at the right time. And another one is Johnny Bairstow. Johnny Bairstow has not looked in the best touch this summer, but he keeps grinding out scores. He scored a magnificent 100 the other day.
Yeah, he did. And I called most of the Sunrisers games last year down in Hyderabad, and when they travelled, and when David Warner is giving you the strike because you're smacking it better than him, you know that you're doing a good job. And so that our opening partnership of Bairstow and Warner will be one to watch, followed by Kane Williamson. So the top 3 of Sunrisers Hyderabad are a proposition and a half.
How you doing, Kev? You're looking fresh, mate.
Why are you late?
Right.
Fucking hell, this is real hard, Gough. Just sit in the middle of your screen, you kid.
I'll just say I'm just in my lounge, just having a glass of. Which way do you do it?
My word. Do you want your glasses?
I don't need that. I'll just wing it all the way through. But just tell me what order. That's why I asked you in order. Just tell me what order you want to do it in, and I'll do it. I don't need.
Just start.
Oh, Kev, stop worrying. I'm just trying to get some order on this.